Hey, what is up, guys? It's Gilty here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Alright, so I believe we did all of the side quests, as well as all of our job quests that we had available for the people of Mul and Paladin alike. So I want to say we're only like 3 MSQs or so away from the next dungeon. So very likely between the side quests, the MSQs, etc., we'll probably get to the next dungeon by the time we finish stream here today. Also realizing that you guys can't hear Final Fantasy XIV. Just give me 1 second real quick because I forgot to do a quick thing. And I was wondering why Final Fantasy sounds so loud to me, but probably didn't sound loud for you guys at all. Yeah, what's up, Demon? How you doing today, friend? Hopefully you're doing well. What have you been up to today, if anything much? All right. So I guess I'm trying to think of what the play is today if we do end up getting to the dungeon. I guess we could do some dailies. We might just cut stream a little bit short. There's a small little kitten man trying to toss my lights over. That's always fun. Hi, Butter. I see you. Yes, you. Could you not knock my studio lights over? That would be awesome. I'm doing pretty well, all things considered. I had a bit of a snow day today. The campus where I worked at got closed down because of the sheer amount of snow we had. So Frank and I had a bit of a snow day, which was nice. So I can't complain of that. Otherwise, not much really going on. I'm thinking of tomorrow. If we do hit the dungeon today, I want to play a story-esque roguelike called Returnal that just landed on PC. I was watching Huts play it, and it looked pretty interesting, so I kind of want to give it a shot myself. With that being said, let's jump on in. Conjure, yeah, so I want none of those. None of them! My friends, I must warn you, the path upon which you embark is fraught with peril. You will journey until the far reaches of the steppe to confront a terrible foe, and did the warrior Bardam in days of yore. 3 days he battled with the demon ere he returned to his people, so it is written, so it must be. Many who follow in his footsteps perish, lacking in strength of body and mind, therefore. You must treat you to a great feast. Okay, sure. Have I said something strange? The hungry fox starves staring at the bull's testicles, therefore warriors should be well fed on the eve of battle. You know? Sure, I guess. He does have a point. You have been keeping busy in my absence. A brief respite may be in order, lest we collapse of fatigue and malnourishment in the midst of our trial. Yes, just so. However, it will take time to prepare. Is there anything we can do to help? It might also give us a chance to learn more about your people and their ways. Well, if you insist, I'm sure that others would be glad of your assistance. Hi, Butter. Yes, I hear you trilling. And stretching. Would you go and speak with Dorby Lease? Dorby Lease. As for you 3, you can help me with another task. For today's feast, the gods decreed that we lure Gulo Gulo to slaughter with entrails. Perhaps you could be the ones to do this. That your people look to the gods for guidance, I understand, but in your daily meals, I say your grandmother must be quite busy. Some days more than others, but every night we come together around the cook fire. Even babes must earn their keep on the steppe. Give over the entrails, Serena. We'll bring you a bounty of meat. All right, looks like we're gonna go find some Gulo Gulo. Butter. Hi, buddy. All right, so we go over this way. Are they up there? No. Right around this rock, it would seem. A word of advice, our quarry is wont to avoid the Zala and their settlements, but is fond of flowing waters. A thought occurs to me. How about we make a game of it, Rose? I have 6 bags of entrails, with which we may lure our Gula Gula. 3 for you and 3 for me. Whoever returns with greater portion shall be declared the winner. What say you? Sounds like a plan to me. And it's settled. Gosetsu will stand as witness. Let the game begin. Alright, easy enough. That's Matamata. So Gulo somewhere down here. Are you a Gulo? You're a Matamata. Ah, here's our destination. Watchtowers of Mol Ilo are still visible in the distance. It seems unlikely that Gulo would venture this close. No? Oh, I see. So basically saying that, okay, I understand now. But, so, okay, we need to lure out 3 of them, and ideally you want the best catch, and they're fond of rivers, from what I understand. Okay, so a little bit of a different side quest than what we're used to, I suppose. So it does give you some context when clicking on the destinations. This doesn't seem like a good destination, though. Footprints and wagon tracks are unmistakable in the earth. Perhaps there are Gula lurking nearby. Perhaps. Not without a doubt. Let's check the next location. We'll keep this one in mind, but let's check the next one. Alright, I want to beat Hien in this competition. There's going to be this one. There appears to be isolated and far away from Zala's settlement. There may be many Gulo lurking nearby. So many Gulo. So this seems like a prime location. But what about this one over here, I wonder? And we also check that last one as well. My wire is like all tangled up. I need to detangle my mouse wire at some point. Alright, what about this one? The Parabes be isolated and far away from any Zala settlement. There may be many Gulo lurking nearby. Okay, so I think these 2 plus the last one would be good. So let's use the sack of entrails. Hi, friends. Tract 1. Okay, so there's 3 here. So let's go into a rotation. I think I may have messed up there a bit, but I think we're fine. And 4. That was all in our fight or flight window. Oh yeah, I must have clipped Spirits Within. Okay. So let's go to this location. We'll probably hold off on our OGCDs, because I was trying to get over to Reprisal to reduce the amount of damage they were going to be doing, but honestly I kind of messed up my rotation just a tad bit in doing so. Alright, so let's use the entrails here. And looks like there's only 2 of them. Really unfortunate, but okay. Looks like our OGCDs are off cooldown, which is excellent. So let's go Fight or Flight, Soaring Blade, Circle Spirits, Royal Authority, Reprisal, Holy Spirit, then Requiesce. And now we're good. Perfect. Alright, it's going to take us a little bit of time to pop our additional OGCDs, especially our mitigation within that combo. But otherwise, things seem to be going pretty well in that regard. Let's check this one. I remember he and saying that the Gulo Gulo like to be around rivers. So I'd imagine that this location will have a great many Gulo Gulo. The river winds in its way south, the water turning with the gentle current. There may be many Gulo Gulo lurking nearby. Yes. 3 of them. Perfect. Let's start our rotation. I want to use Holy Spirit first, then Requiesce. I don't think we even need the Top Reprisal. I think we're A-okay. Perfect. Alright. Well, I think I have a pretty good chance of winning here. That was 8 total. I'm not sure if maybe there may have been more destination locations in the river location or not. But based on the assumption that there's one destination per area, I say we did pretty well. We'll probably jump down here so you don't get aggroed by the Shuwu. Or Matamata. Hi, Butter. What you doing down there, bud? Just laying down? That's fine. And then we'll definitely aggro this Matamata. Actually, we might not want to in retrospect. Looks like the Matamata are line of sight based, which is nice to know. Oh, have you used all your bait? In that case, let's see the fruits of your labor. Oh, it would seem that at the very least, you are the faster hunter. But speed is not everything. For my part, I slew 6 Gulo Gulo. Ha ha! Aye, that you have, my lord. As for Rose, the meat of 8 Gulo Gulo did she bring, a fine day's work and undeniably the greater portion. Ah, a loss, is it? And how confident I was in my chances. Nevertheless, it is a testament that your skills as a hunter and a warrior. How fortunate I am to count you one so talented among my allies. And with that, our game is concluded. Let's return to Mol Elo forthwith and let us have Rose present our meat to Sirena. So I guess there is a chance, unless the game scales it based on how much you get, I guess there is a chance of you losing. Mayhap you are unfamiliar with the traditional Zela cuisine. Let not its appearance deceive you. It is quite hearty and nourishing. Were it not so, I doubt they could have nursed me back to health. You should have seen the state I was in. Yeah, so let's say theoretically the first 2 locations gave you 1 each, and then you grabbed any of the rest of them, whether it be 3 or 2. Yeah, you're pretty much guaranteed to lose. Interesting. So I guess if he had always grabbed 6, you could tie, win, or lose, depending. Return, Rose. How was your hunt? My word, this is impressive. Or were you so hungry that you felt the need to kill so many? Well, I shall endeavor not to disappoint you all with my cooking. And we don't want any of this. I see Butter playing with wires. Do not touch the wires. Small fiend. Oh, yeah, stream probably had a bit of a hiccup there because he touched a wire. Specifically my Ethernet cord, which the housing is just so delicate. It really is. Let's take a look. So, Conjurer, Scholar, Astrologian. Yeah, so we'll grab the materia. It looks like we do have some more side quests. Not many, but we'll do these real quick. Tell me, are you experienced hunter? I was told today that I need to go and clean the altar to the west. However, when I visited the area earlier, it was surrounded by beasts. Please go to Chakha Zo and slay any gaunt Gaiden you find. I cannot complete my duties without your help. Can I ask you to help with repairing our tent? The central pillar propping it up has been steadily weakening over the recent months, and I worry it will not hold out much longer. However, the other day I noticed that there is a perfectly good pillar just south of here. You will find it amongst the remains of a cockle tent destroyed by the Buduga. Allow me to thank you once again for helping my brother. Would you be able to aid my sister as well? Our family is somewhat troubled. The gods told her to go and gather water from the river to the west. However, many beasts lurk in the area. I worry she'll be set upon as my brother was. Yet again, I am unable to accompany her as the elder gods have given me my own work. Could I ask you to check on her in my stead? She should still be gathering water to the west. Cool. Easy enough. Looks like pretty much all the side quests are right here. Love that. I think that might be one reason why I do get through a lot of the content as quickly as I do, because I do tend to do it all in groups. But I will note that I do need to go down here. So I'll probably teleport to Reunion and do that one last. It would make the most sense. And most like that, where I'm able to take a look at the map, be like, okay, we're just gonna teleport, go there, then back up. Rather than going back, then teleporting, then back, and then back up. So little things like that go a long way as far as making things more efficient. It's not like I'm skipping cutscenes or dialogue. I even read through all the dialogue, for God's sake. So I don't know. I just guess I do things a little bit more efficiently than most. Because I don't think there's a single side quest that we have not done at this point. It's not Aggro the Matamata. I guess there are a few dungeons we haven't done, though. We do need to do dungeons at some point. Maybe that will do if we do finish a little bit early today. Alright. Do I think I need to up any... I mean, I might as well, right? Holy Spirit, Requiesce. Spirit. Yes. I guess that is a good time for me to pop any mitigation would be on Royal Authority or on Requiesce, actually. Definitely helps make things go faster, yeah. Also, I thought that was an Aethicurn for a moment. Hello? Where's the butterfly? I'm concerned for him knocking things out. Yeah, so I guess, because we go Fast Blade, Riot Blade, Fight or Flight. I guess when we pop Fight or Flight, honestly, what we should do, now I'm thinking about it, because sometimes Fight or Flight can be a little bit iffy, because we pop it early. I wonder if we should be using a OGCD before Fight or Flight, much like some of the things that we need to do with Dark Knight in its rotation, where certain things need to be done the second half of an OGC proc. So maybe we go Fast Blade, Riot Blade, pop Fight or Flight, Reprisal, Goring Blade, and then we have our mitigation up in that instance when it's a group like that, or if it's not a group, then we can go like Rampart and so on. Might not be a bad idea. It's more for me to kind of manage, but it's not a bad idea. So like here would be a good example. Yep, that's perfect. That way I don't have to worry about that too much. Press Requiesce. And like if we need to in this moment, we could pop another bit of mitigation as Top-O-Wish, because I think that Reprisal either didn't hit or already worn out by the time that we got to Reprisal, where we could pop, whether it be a arm's length or so on. Okay. So, slowly but surely making more sense of when to weave in certain OGCDs into our rotation, which is always nice. I see a fight up ahead. Why don't wait so I can run through my entire rotation? Might as well. Well, like 15 seconds. just so I can get more practice with doing that. So yeah, pop mitigation before fight or flight. That way, fight or flight and Goring Blade are going to be closer together as far as their timer is concerned. So we're less worried about clipping. So when it gets higher in levels, the better classes feel. Yeah, exactly. And just kind of better the knowledge feels as well. Okay, so we do want to do a larger mitigation here. We do a Holy Spirit into Requiesce. The only downside of that is that clipping when you... I still haven't figured out what the best solution is when you kill something like that, and it basically needs to retarget. It's just, it feels very clunky because you go, oh, I need to retarget something now. Otherwise, that click does nothing. Thank you so much, kind stranger. I'm in your debt. Tell me, have you heard of the rivers before? Its waters is said to have healing properties. One drink and all your ailments shall be gone. I imagine that someone in the village is going to fall sick shortly. That is surely why the gods bid me gather water from the river. All right. So that's that one. So let's go to Reunion then. And then there's Black Mage, becomes completely different every 10 levels. Yeah, I have like seen the shenanigans that are like the Black Mage ideal lines. And like, it's not just one line that is ideal, it is like 10 different lines depending on what you're looking to accomplish. And like, Jesus freaking Christ, I would never want to do Black Mage. Maybe one day I will. Right now, just really focusing on the tanks, which I feel very, very comfortable with all of the tanks. So we need to collect something over here. Alright, it fell off aggro. We're good. Alright, and looks like we are going to head back north. As far as where the Aether Current is, to the northwest, yeah, like I said, I still imagine that it's up there. So we probably won't touch that for a hot minute. But yeah, so it's good to kind of start figuring out where we want to pop our mitigation. Like we could, for example, do Fast Blade, Riot Blade, Fight or Flight, Intervene, Goring Blade, which would allow us to ensure Intervene is getting buffed by Fight or Flight, as they'll increase damage by 25%. So that's not bad either, though I think we can use Intervene in multiple occasions as well, because Fight or Flight, Riot Blade, Mitigation, Fast Blade, Riot Blade, Mitigation, Fast Blade, or Fight or Flight, Goring Blade, Circle, Spirits, into Royal Authority, which we then have 2 open GCD slots here. So Intervene could go there. In fact, we could probably pop an Intervene, because there's no recast. So Intervene after Royal Authority into Holy Spirit. There's also a no GCD window in Holy Spirit, then into Requiesce, which I guess, actually, yeah, we could go Royal Authority, Holy Spirit, which then both those leave windows for OGCDs. September 29th, October 1st is the in-game fan convention called LunarCon. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Where is it at, out of curiosity? Or is the in-game fan convention? In-game fan convention. What does that look like? Thank you for your help. My sister has returned at last. It seems you have influenced my siblings quite profoundly. They too have decided to become adventurers. No doubt the Elder Gods foresaw this when they sent them out on their errands. I'm most excited to hear of their adventures in the future. Were you able to find the pillar? I was indeed. Oh, thank you. This should hold for many a year yet. We never lack the wool to make tent covers, but find solid tree trunks to serve as pillars is not quite as straightforward. You have truly done us a great service. Thank you. You have already slayed the creatures. It seems I made the right decision asking you for help. Thank you for everything, kind adventurer. Please take this as a token of my thanks. I'm currently training to be an Udgen myself, though I am still lacking in experience. I look forward to the day when I'm able to pray for you. Alright, sweet. And looks like we can get Gladiators, Marauders, Dark. So I guess right now, since we're really leveling up our Paladin, we'll go with the Gladiator arm. It'll be a little while before the meal's ready. If you and Elise wish to fill the time, perhaps you could assist Dorby. He has many responsibilities and welcome your help, nor would you regret making his acquaintance, for he is liked and respected by all. It's a mixture of in-game stuff and streaming stuff. There's an artist alley, prizes, concerts, dance shows, various panels, etc. People can watch on stream while participating in-game as well. That's pretty cool. I think I was playing, when I first started playing, it was probably after that, probably around Thanksgiving when I started. And then this year, I want to say, didn't really start playing it again until recently. So yeah, I guess I missed it the last 2 times. You may find him by the other yurt, taking stock of our supplies. There they are. Yeah, that'll be cool to experience. Speaking of, I guess today what we could also do after we finish this and get to the dungeon is, I imagine there's like some quest line or some seasonal thing for the, well, I'm linking it on what it is called. It started today, it was an event, in-game event. Little Ladies Day. Let's take a look at what it says. Little Ladies Day starting today at 12 a.m. PST. The Royal Seneschal has a new event in mind to bring smiles to all the princesses of the realm. Then item, Little Ladies Dance, as well as a picture and an orchestration roll. Not like my biggest things in the world, but still be interesting. And looks like they're in Uldad, the Steps of Nald, so we'll definitely do that. Ah, one of the newcomers. Welcome, I spoke with Lise. I bade her help the children gather fuel for the cook fires. I trust it'll be a good experience for all. For you too, perhaps. Seek them in the south across the bridge. And the picture are bought by a vendor. The store is usually pretty good. Okay. Where's Butter? Concerning when I don't know where he is. We probably don't want to jump down the ravine there. So, who or what is that? What are we doing down here, friend? Are you fishing? You spear fishing? Alright. And looks like they should be just over here. Ah, there's Elise. Oh, Rose, are you here to help too? That I am. Great, so I suppose Dorby told you that the children and I are gathering fuel for the fires, did he? It'll need to be dried before they can burn it, of course. You do understand that we're here for, what we're here for, right? Only some people can be a bit squeamish about this sort of stuff. Then again, you've never minded getting your hands dirty, have you? Anyways, we're trying to get 4 piles each. Good luck and keep an eye out for, on the children while you're at it, eh? Fuel for the fire. Dung works out pretty well. Won't be the first time. A lot of purbles around. I guess we'll find out if you are line of sight or not. You are not. All right. So in that case, we probably want to hit Rampart here. And then we got our Holy Spirits. Perfect. Yeah, honestly, that's a pretty nice rotation. We're able to get our mitigation in early, and we have other windows to get the mitigation in as well. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Allows us to continue developing our rotation as we level up. There's always like something that I think about, is like, well, when can I really introduce mitigation into the rotation? Sometimes I try and do it like at the beginning of a pull or right when we hit the wall, and so I can do it at the beginning of rotation. And I think that will still hold value. As there are definitely times where we want to do that before we start going into our rotation. Though right now, I guess we don't really have a great rotation for mob clear, especially pulls and dungeons, right? Because we have Total Eclipse and Prominence, as well as Circle of Scorn for AoE. but we don't have Holy Circle available yet, because once we hit Holy Circle, then going through our rotation makes sense. You know, Fast Blade, Riot Blade, Fight or Flight, Circle, or Goring Blade, Circle, Spirits, Royal Authority, then to Holy Circle, or Requiesce, Holy Circle, Holy Circle, Holy Circle, Holy Circle. It'll make more sense then, but I guess for now, dungeons are kind of still really straightforward, aren't they? Where we just really want to use Total Eclipse and Prominence. Because as long as it's to, what, 3 or more people, it's still going to be worthwhile. Well, have you found your share yet? That I did. Good work. I hope you took the time to talk to the children while you were at it. I did not. Lise, look how much dung we have. Well, I'm impressed. I thought we'd gather a lot, but it looks like we'll have to admit defeat. Dorby will be happy we found enough. Not just Dorby, now we can continue making cheese. Not that I was worried. It's easier when we were living near that forest, but dung works just as well as wood. I heard the mole move from place to place. The gods tell you where to go. That must be hard on you all. Hard? I don't understand. Why is it hard? It is better for the animals to move, to have more food to eat and land to roam. To stay in one place is harder, no? From the heavens comes the rain, which nourishes the soil. From the soil comes the grass, which nourishes the beast. From the beast comes the flesh, which nourishes the Zela. Ours is the soil of one and all. But you Westerners are like the Domans. You live in the same place, in villages, and all the villages in one place are part of a nation, yes? Ian talks about nations sometimes. When he was injured, he spoke of Doma in his sleep, but I didn't understand his words. Whenever I ask him about Doma, he just smiles and looks to the south. It reminds me of my mother when she waits for my father to return from a long journey, but Ian will not wait any longer, will he? Because you came for him, to take him back because his nation is more important. I'm not sure how to answer this. A nation is a place, I suppose. A place and the people in it. And maybe the things too. But more than that, it's the history, the traditions, the words. The stories we tell ourselves and our children, everything that came before and everything that comes after. The place we were born is part of who we are. We carry it with us no matter where we go. Whatever we become, that part remains, that link to our fathers and their fathers before them. It's not important to everyone, I suppose, and that's fine, but it's important to Ian, and to me. Some call the mole fools for listening to the elder gods, but it is our way, our pride, our nation? Something like that. It's something precious that you and others share, and that no one can ever take from you. But we can talk more about it later. It's time to go home. Dorby is waiting. I'll save the children. Why not go and let Serena know we've got how we got on? Yeah, I mean, I guess in their situation where they have experienced nothing but the nomadic lifestyle, it makes sense for them to not really view it as strange or difficult. As someone who, though I was not nomadic, someone who moved 7 times in the first 6 years of my life, you know, as a child, it can definitely be really difficult in that sense, especially where, you know, in that point in your life, you expect things to be more static and more localized. So I can definitely see where Lisa's coming from that sentiment in our culture and ways. Welcome back, Rose. Did you speak with Dorby? Well, then you will forgive me if I ask you to wash your hands. I shall pour you a cup of milk tea in the meantime. The meal's almost ready. We should summon Hien and Gosetsu. That's a really pretty skybox. Oh, Lisa's passed the hell out.
She needed the rest. To come so far and carry so much.
Whereas go Setsu and Hien.
Hien and his friend, too. Strange that they should vanish so soon.
Looks like they are fighting. Sword play, more accurately. But that would make sense. While drunk, mind you. Yep. They're not so tipsy as I thought.
Not troubled by your old wounds, I see.
Nor you by yours. I know I should have fled with the others after Father died, instead of blindly fighting on. It was reckless and foolish, and there was naught to be gained from it. Everything to lose, rather.
We know no path save the one we walk. I myself am in no hurry to meet those who have gone before. Not while I have still to make amends.
Well said.
Some good moves there by Hien.
You are none the worse for your time in the wilderness. On the contrary, I would say you have improved.
Come now, your victories still far exceed mine. Or have you forgotten all the times you trounced me as a boy?
I feared I would not see you again.
Oh, go Setsu.
A life so fortuitously saved should be spent wisely. Without regret, would I have traded it for our people's amnesty, had it been their will. Instead, they have called for the sword, and so that is what I must be. Until this blade is broken, I can but carve a path forward. Were you truly so concerned for my well-being? You never showed it when I used to spar.
Sparring's a little bit different when you're lost in the wilderness.
How you cried when you lost, and when your mother tried to comfort you, and when you inevitably came at me once more, swinging your wooden sword wildly.
I like this little peek
Venus'
into
little Master Shun.
Gosetsu and
What a
Hien's
fine young man
history.
you've become.
A man should not be addressed by his childhood name. I've told you about that before. The mask slips. And I was so close to cultivating a winning persona.
There will be opportunity enough for putting on airs after you have returned in triumph to Doma. Now is the time to show our true character.
No secrets between comrades, eh? Shun, was it? So long as we win when it counts.
Yes. 'Tis a name my parents gave me as a child, but I should like to think I have long since outgrown it. But as you seem determined to bring it back into use, I believe a match is in order. If I win, you will be honor-bound to divulge one of your darkest secrets.
Okay. So are we going to sink and fight Hien? I'd be down. Oh, I wanted to fight Ian. Unfortunate. Well, my friends, I, for one, am full of vim and vigor. I trust you feel the same. Then what better time than now to undertake our trial and become full-fledged warriors of the mole? So we'll go with the longsword. Let's equip. Make sure we have everything equipped that we want to. And then we'll grab our shield thereafter. I do hate that there's separate items. At least as far as prize is concerned. Now then, Serena, if you would tell us of the trial we must undertake, that we must participate in the Nadam. Ah yes, as I mentioned before, to be recognized as warriors of the steppe, one must follow in the footsteps of the legendary warrior Bardam. He embarked on a great pilgrimage in his skewing cart and horse, and walked for many malms until he came to a holy place, thereafter named Bardam's Meadow. There at the altar, as he did, you must pray. The altar lies deep within the breeding grounds of the Yule. To complete your trial, you must tame one. Only then will your trial be complete. Fair enough, and where's the entrance to Bardam's Meadow? You must journey far, far to the west beyond Shakazo, where lie the bones of a great and wise woman. Beyond the ruins of Seal Aeon, hidden within the mountains, the narrow pass, follow it, and you'll come to Bardam's Meadow. Sounds to me like it'll be a trial just to get to the trial. More than you may know. On the eve of the Nadam, many strive to improve their fortunes, some by abducting and enslaving the warriors of other tribes. Be ever mindful of your surroundings, lest you be taken as well. Ha! What grim expressions you wear while nodding so powerfully. Warriors such as you are not like to fall en route to a mere rite of passage. We shall proceed with all due caution, yes, but let us not worry overmuch. We will overcome this trial and the next until we stand triumphant. That is all there is to it, no? With me, my friends, to the west, to Bardam's Meadow. Should probably look for Aether Currents as we are. But wait, Hien! Oh dear, I knew I'd forget. Here, take these whistles. Once tamed, your Yule will hearken to their call. So we'll get a new mount. Thanks. We'll try them out once we finish the trial. Let's catch up to Hien and Gosetsu. Alright. And looks like we have more side quests to do before we continue. I don't remember seeing those before we took that, but whatever. Could I ask you to accompany me while I go shopping? The Udgen told me I am to go shopping with an adventurer today. Meet me in the reunion if you have the time. Easy enough. Hello again. My brother and sister are both doing very well thanks to your aid. There is actually something else I'd like you to help me with should you have the time. We are a tribe of nomads, periodically dismantling our tents and moving from area to area. Each time we require a group of stepzo to transport our homes. My husband's currently trying to catch some to the south. He must be struggling, otherwise he would have come back by now. Please go and help him. Alright, and looks like we can probably hit this up in the meanwhile, then go down to other side quests. We still have a long way to go, but I think I can see the monument Serena talked about. I don't see Hien or Gosetsu though. We should hurry. Yeah, I'll let you go on ahead. Don't you worry. I'll be caught back up soon. And this is a trial before the trial. I guess we can probably hit both of these. No, I should. Thing is, no matter what, I have to kind of come back up. Yeah, I guess I'll probably wait. Don't suppose you have time to chase after a sheep, do you? My most cowardly one just ran off after hearing a nearby beast roar. She is so timid she is likely to run away if you try to approach her normally. Take this blowgun and these darts that I've laced with a sedative. Once hit, she will be out in an instant. She ran off somewhere to the west. Best of luck. Okay, so that works out for us. Let's head down to Reunion then. And head up these two. And then I guess we can kind of go towards the Dawn Throne as we then hit up that other side quest. Thank you for joining me. I just managed to buy a sack of herbs for a great price, though I am not sure if I'm capable of taking them all the way back to Mol Elo. Do you think you'd be able to carry them for me? I'm going to go and look at that stall over there. Thank you. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. That's a large sack of herbs, though, I'll tell you what. Now it looks like we have more shopping to do, though. I feel like I am the horse that came along. Oh, I just found the loveliest pair of sheep shears. Could you manage to carry them as well? I've heard one of the stalls here is going to be running a special sale soon. I need to hurry and find out which. All right. Box of shears. Yep, I am just the pack mule here. That is what I've learned. God's determined not that you'd go shopping with an adventurer, but with a sentient pack mule. To be honest, not that I mind, apparently. I'm so lucky you're here with me today. I never could have dreamed I would be able to buy so many seeds for such a low price. Though it seems I sprained my ankle running around searching for the sale just now. It'd be darling and carry my shopping back home for me. Oh, thank you. You are too kind. I don't think I really have much of a choice. All right. Well, let's grab all this. Imagine if there's like a carry load in this game or an overweight system. That would be freaking miserable. Let's get up here, where I imagine we'll see a instance. Nope, we do not, in fact. Well, have you come to help? We will take care of the smaller Zoe. As you look a considerable amount stronger than any of us, could I ask you to catch two of the beasts, weaken them first, and then tie them up with this rope? Oh, easy enough. So let's not kill them, as a reminder. Alright, mitigation to go here, but no mitigation needed. Alright, unfortunate. Let's stun and use the rope. I never use the stun anymore. I probably should get more in the habit of doing so, but... seconds for the stuns. I don't think we need to go into our OGCD. So let's pop one more Holy Spirit, low blow, and then thick rope. Perfect. You're a natural, thank you so much. I'll help guide the Zoe back to the Mol Elo. By all means, please head back first. I'm sure my wife would like to thank you as well. Perfect, done and dusted there. So I guess, yeah, we'll kind of head towards the Dawn Throne. And northwest, so we might end up with another Aether Current, and then we can kind of head back thereafter. It's a little bit more roundabout than I would like, but I don't know. I know we're going to go farther west, but it means we'd have to deviate anyways. So might as well do this. I doubt we have the ability to actually access the Dawn Throne. To the north. Well, looks like you need to go around as we actually, yeah, like I said, probably can't access this area. Northwest. Oroniri Warrior. Oh, wasn't the Oroniri the ones who won the last Ndam? The West. Yep, so it's definitely in the Dawn Thrones, which we do not have access to, so moot point there. And we need to use the blowgun on the Timid Sheep. South, yep. Definitely in or up there. What are these things? Halgi? Looks like grassy sheep. Nope, did not mean to stop my auto run there. Alright, where's the Timid Sheep? Ah, there's a destination, so we can use our blowgun. Might get aggroed here, I'll find out. Oh, it's on the move. So... Really? Too late. Is it hit scan, or is there actually time in between, I wonder? What is going on? Okay, so I just need to get the crosshairs around the crosshairs. Not really any hit scan, just more or less needs to be more accurate. I was trying to think it around the concept that we needed to, whatchamacallit, lead the shot, more or less. I should give up in a second. Let's grab you. Then what we'll do here is, yeah, we can hit up both the Sheep Snatcher and Lease before heading back to Mol Ilo, and finishing up these side quests. And I bet you our last Aether Current is probably gonna be the one in the Dawn Throne before we can start zipping about the Azim Steppe. Mata, you'll lose aggro before we get to our destination. That was if we even aggroed you in the first place, so moot point, I suppose. Tsukegi. Hello, friend. Did you manage to catch my sheep? That I did. Oh, thank you. You had me worried sick. You did, dearie. This job means everything to me. It truly does. I was just a lonely orphan with nowhere to call my own when the mole took me in. I said I would look after our sheep and attempt to show my gratitude. My heart nearly stopped when this little one ran away. Sheep are the cornerstone of our tribe's way of life. I fear I'll never be truly able to express my thanks to you, but know I am grateful. Actually, before we talk to Lise again, we'll just go back to Mol Ilo. If only they had an Aetherite, but I understand why there isn't. Alright, and I don't think any of these would be quest lines instead of one-offs. Like, technically, Negan is a quest line, but it's not like one after another after another. Wonderful to hear. You were not injured by the Zoe, were you? Capturing the beast is never easy, but we have little choice. There is no way we alone could ever bear the weight of our tents. Please take this for your troubles. Thank you once again. My ankles feel fine now. It is a miracle. Would you happen to have my purchases? That I do. Doubtless, it was a heavy load, but I bet it felt like nothing for a strong adventurer like such as yourself. Let me tell you, it was not easy to get my hands on those seeds. They taste incredible when cooked and can also be turned into oil. I had to make full use of my elbows just to avoid missing out. Of course, it would not have been possible without your help. Here's a reward for all your hard work. Alright. And that is all the side quests here in Mol Ilo at this point in time. So let's go back to the MSQ. We have about an hour. I want to say that the end of this will probably result in the dungeon? Trial before the trial. Not sure if maybe the dungeon is the Nadam itself, or if there's something else, I don't know. It also is possible that at the end of this MSQ is the dungeon itself, the Baram's Medal. Hey, I don't know about you, but I can't shake the feeling someone's watching us. Serena did warn us about the tribes that kidnap warriors and make them fight for them. Something tells me we're about to meet them. And something tells me you are right. Is that in the monument? Hi, friends. So let's pop you, fight or flight, roaring blade, pop, pop, pop. A little bit clip there. Could have been better. But we got everything into our fight or flight window, so that is something I'm happy about. And we're golden. Alright, off we go. Any other 8th occurrence out here, though? There's just the one. Yeah, it looks like the one at the Dawn Throne is, in fact, the last one. There's even all the way out here. I'm not seeing any. And we do have a dungeon out there. I imagine that's the next one. Ah, looks like Kian, Lise, and Gosetsu also found our bounty hunters. Ah, they are. As you can see, they left us little choice. I gather you were forced to dispatch a few yourself, so it goes. A few less warriors to face in Adam, eh? Seal N is not much further. They said I should be surprised if our would-be masters did not try to subdue us one final time. Alright. So yeah, I want to say our final destination is the dungeon. Okay. Easy enough. Where are you? Ulu. Chulu? Unchulu? Uses ruin, so magic damage. I don't need to aggro you, I can just go around. Hi, friends! Just a little bit again. Once again, not the biggest issue. Of course it aggroed the one that was farthest away. I don't think we get all of our Requiescan now. Firefly window. Okay, we do just barely. I always forget that Holy Spirit has a pretty decent range to it. So, what, 25 yards? Or yalms? It's not bad as far as that's concerned. Just making sure we hit the Requiesce, as that is something that's directly next to us. Alright, I was right on the money with my assumption. So, looks like this was the last MSQ before the dungeon then. Which is a little, I guess once we get it, we can always proc it from wherever. So I guess like, I don't have to say it's unfortunate because now we'll leave it there after. As long as we activate the dungeon, that is. Barnum's Medal. Right, this must be the path that leads to Barnum's Medal. They say no foreigners have overcome this trial, but well, there's a first time for everything, no? And we want shield. Perfect. Nothing left to begin then. To complete the trial, we must each pass through Barnum's Medal and tame a Yule. How precisely we are to do this, I'm not sure, but since countless warriors before us have succeeded, I imagine we'll muddle through somehow. But enough talk, we have a Nadam to win. Barnum's Medal is now accessible. Alright, good stuff. So that is where we're going to end off as far as the MSQ is concerned. So at this point in time, let us go to Thanalan, and we need to go to the Steps of Nald for our Little Ladies' Day. Alright. Let's see where they're at. Why is it always there's someone laying dead and or asleep outside of the Aetheryte? Without fail, I don't think there's ever been a time on whatever server there's always someone. Begging your pardons, good madame. But are you an adventurer? You are an adventurer, are you not? If so, I should be much obliged for a kind assistance. I'm the Royal Seneschal, and it's my honor to oversee Little Ladies' Day. In case you are unfamiliar, the festival celebrates all the maidens of the realm. My duty is to see that each and every last lady is treated as a princess. For this year's celebration, we are planning to distribute replicas of a unique folding fan to participants. Wishing to learn more about said fan, Miss Alditha, a scion of House Thorn, has taken it upon herself to investigate its origins. Alas, she never has ever had a frail constitution and is feeling unwell. For now, she rests at my insistence, but passionate as she is about the celebration, I worry that she won't stay put. Thus would I turn to you for help. In order to take the burden off my lady, who is also a treasured princess this day, might I prevail upon you to assist with her investigation? Sure. And there's also a dancing pope on another data center. Fair enough. I'm truly grateful. Now, Miss Alditha should be resting on a bench in the Gold Court. So pray seek her out there. I leave her in your capable hands. Alright, so in that case, I guess the Aetheryte's probably closer than an Aether Shard. But yeah, without doubt, there on Aether Ferry and here, there's always someone just straight up laying on the ground. Don't know why, but pretty much without fail. Wrong way. Jesus. So many people. Nope. There we go. Oh, my apologies. I didn't notice you there. Pardon me, but I don't believe we've met. Is there something you require? So the Royal Essential sent you. Well, I would be lying if I said that I didn't need the help, and I'm in a worse way than I had realized. I'm supposed to meet with 2 people as part of my investigation, but loath as I am to admit it, I'm in no condition to be up and about. Talk to the handmaiden to get the orchestration rule of the housing item because they can miss and end up on the Orange Shop next year. As we already know, I'm investigating the origins of an antique folding fan, the very one beside me, which I found in the Thorn Manor one day. Curious about the design, which is unseen in Ul'dah, I turned to the history books and discovered that is the style used in the palace during Thorn Dynasty. Further research revealed that Princess Edvia, my ancestor who gave rise to Little Ladies' Day, once used such a fan in a dance she performed at a royal soiree. It was very beautiful by all accounts, and I should have liked to see it. Inspired by this discovery, I consulted the Royal Essential, and it was decided that we would make replicas of the fan as gifts for this year's celebration. However, when we showed the fan to the artisan we hired, he declared that while undeniably designed in the Thorn style, it was crafted much more recently, no more than a few decades ago at most. This led me to wonder who had this fan made and why. With my mother no longer with us, I went and asked my father, but he claimed to know nothing about it and said no more. Though he married me into the family, he is the present head of House Thorn. If even he does not know, then I have to seek answers elsewhere. Additionally, if we learned how the fan was used during Princess Edvia's time, I thought that we could share the knowledge during the celebration. Thus did I arrange to meet with people who are versed in the history of our family. As I am now, however, I can scarcely stand without feeling faint. I'm sorry to impose, but might it trouble you to attend appointments in my stead? Sounds good. Is that by the Essential? I'm in your debt. Now, you will want to take the fan with you. Please, show it when you meet the individuals in question. One is a reporter from the Mithril Eye, who will be at the XIV Asurium. Another is a historian who will be at the Quicksand. Oh, well, that reminds me, I still haven't finished the friggin' Hildebrand quest lines on this character. I was waiting to do the dungeon of my static, but I think I might just do a lot of the side dungeons that we haven't gotten around to by myself at some point. Where could Alditha be? Can I help you? This fan, Alditha sent you, I take it. Very well then, I'll tell you what I know. When Alditha reached out about an antique fan she found, I was instantly reminded of a similar one that I saw long ago. By her depiction alone, it couldn't be certain, but to see it here and now, there's no doubt in my mind this fan once belonged to Alditha's mother, Claudia. She was still half a girl at the time, 15 summers old perhaps, when I interviewed her for a Little Ladies' Day article. That day, she had this very fan with her. She was out of sorts though, and begged to sit down and rest. As tired as she looked, I decided to cut the interview short and ended up writing about something else. I must say, I find it a little strange that Alditha should ask me about the fan. It belonged to her mother, after all. Surely she would know about it. Interesting. Some parallels between Alditha and her mother. No, I should use the Aether Shard. All the wrong ways. So that is a sprout right there. For that's the first time that they have attuned to that shard. It's always interesting to see how many people are still either creating new characters and restarting their journey, or are just plainly new to the game. It's always really interesting to see that. Can I help you with something? I'm actually supposed to meet someone here, but she appears to be late. Ah, so you've come on Miss Alditha's behalf, and this is the fan she wished me to inspect. Indeed, it's a style hailing from the Thorn dynasty. It said that Princess Edvia carried such a fan when she attended functions. In those days, it was considered meat for noble women to cover their faces, to which end they carried floating fans on their person. But as the legend of the Lost Lady would attest, Princess Edvia didn't concern herself with social norms, and at a royal soiree, far from using her fan to cover her face, she used it to perform an impromptu dance. The Sultan and his retinue of sensuals looked on aghast, but the guests were captivated by her performance and erupted into rapturous applause when she finished. The dance came to be known as the Little Lady's Dance, and is said to have been passed down through the women of House Thorn. The fan you hold, I expect, was crafted for that very purpose. Curious though, as the daughter of House Thorn, it seems to me that Miss Alditha should be aware of this legacy. In any case, I hope I was able to be of some help to her. Pray pass along my regards. Are all babies such a tricky thing? Yeah, it's true. Grizzled historian. Goodbye. I guess we want to go to the shop real quick so we don't forget. Royal Handmaiden. Decisions orchestration roll. Peach Confit, Cherry Confit, and the day advertisement. Cool. Looks like I would need to store that potentially. I also have a lot of Peach Confit from another instance. Little Servant. Good evening to you, adventurer. Have you any questions regarding let's say I am at your service. Okay. So in that case, let's head back since we got those. Frankie brought me some tea, to which I'm appreciative of. What in the world is going on in the chat box? I kind of looked over and I'm like, what is going on? What is going on here? wrong way again. Every time. Without fail. Ah, you returned. Thank you for attending the appointments in my stead. So did you learn aught of interest? What? The fan was my mother's, and it was used to perform the little lays dance, a dance passed down through the women of our line. Forgive me, but I'm not sure what to think. I never knew about any of this. About neither the fan nor the dance. Why didn't Mother share the tradition with me? Perhaps she was also unaware of it. Perhaps she didn't have the chance. Which, based on the fact that they're saying how she fell faint one day, I wonder. Yes, I feel that is the only possible explanation. My mother succumbed to the illness when I was little. Even if she had wished to pass on the tradition, she never had the chance to do so. But be that as it may, my father must have known something. I do not know why he claimed otherwise and feigned ignorance about the fan, nor do I expect that he would blindly talk. Still, I want to know about the dance and about my mother. I'm sorry to impose yet again the venture, but won't you help me find the answers? This means a lot to me, thank you. Now then, if my mother appeared at Little Lady's Day with her fan, it seems that likely she performed the dance there. On the assumption, I propose we look for those who knew my mother around when she was involved in the festival. For this, wealthy, middle-aged folks seem a likely place to start. Chances are they at least cross paths with her in social circles. To that end, could you please try approaching affluent-looking individuals at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange and Esthames Aesthetics? I shall await you here. I mean, we're in Old Da, so there's a lot of supposedly wealthy individuals out here. Let me tell you what. Well, let's take a look. Say, I wonder if the illness is hereditary. Alright, sounds good. What's that? Do I know Claudia Thorne and the dance she used to perform? May I ask who is asking? Goodness me, to think Alditha had no idea. I was good friends with her mother, I'm proud to say, and would be glad to share what I know. She was quite frail, was Claudia, and constantly took ill. As a result, she seldom attended social functions and certainly never performed the little lays dance in them. She did, however, show it to me in private, and I consider myself blessed. It was so beautiful, I begged to learn it from her. She kindly taught me, and she would have dearly loved to teach Alditha too, I'm sure. It breaks my heart that she never had the chance. But Alditha is keen to learn the dance. Nothing would please me more than teach it, a poor substitute though it may be for her mother. She waits at the Golden Court. Yes, I shall go and find her there at once. Why would she only show it to you in private too? That seems suspicious. Just a tad bit suspicious. No one here. Ah, there they are. But I recognize you. Maybe just your design. A throne woman who once danced at the festival. I'm afraid I'm not familiar. Little Lady's Day has always been a common folks festival after all. If anyone were to know, I dare say it would be the head of the Thorne family. 'Tis under their auspices that the celebration takes place. Fair. Maybe I just got lucky with the right person the first time. Where in the world did she disappear to? But what? Did I ever see the dance performed by Claudia Thorne? As it happens, yes I did. It was during a Little Lady's Day celebration many years ago. Claudia was participating for the first time and I had the honor of being her guide. By way of thanks for my company, she showed me the dance. Flourishing her fan, she moved with such majestic grace, I was left utterly transfixed. The dance so lovely should be seen by all. Won't you perform it on stage at the festival, I suggested. And to my delight, she agreed with a smile. But no sooner did she finish enrapturing the crowd than she retreated out of sight. and all but collapsed to the ground. It was then that I learned of her frail constitution. Though I hadn't been aware, I felt no less terrible for making her overexert herself. I apologized profusely, begging her not to push herself ever again, and the sad look on her face when she nodded is something I haven't forgotten to this day. Ah, but look at me prattle on to a complete stranger. My apologies. Now then, as in the midst of looking for someone, so I shall excuse myself. Looks like she did perform it on stage at some point. At least according to them. Well, I could have sworn that the other person had said that they never performed at Little Ladies' Day. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, there you are. A woman was here just now. She told me she was a friend of my mother's and kindly taught me how to perform the Little Lays dance. It was as beautiful as I imagined it would be, and I cannot thank you enough for finding this person. Now then, we're able to learn aught from anyone else. My mother once performed the dance before a crowd, but the exertion was too much for her. From what I've now seen, the movements may indeed be tiring for those of poor health. Those such as myself. Thus did my father choose to keep the dance a secret from me, a concern for my well-being. Or so I speculate, at any rate. Lady Alditha, thank heavens I found you. Rodolphe, what are you doing here? What am I doing here? I'm begging your pardons, my lady, but you disappeared from the manor without a word. Both your father and I have been worried sick. But all's well that ends well, and it seems that you were on hand for the young mistress. As her send shall allow me to express my heartfelt gratitude. Now then, my lady, even as we speak, your father searches for you in the city. If you feel strong enough, let us seek him out together. It would set his mind at ease. Yes, of course. Thanks to you, I discovered things I never knew about my family, and I would have you at my side when I meet with my father. Will you come with me? Sure thing. Why not? Thank you. Your presence will give me the courage to speak the truth. Master Fortin should be somewhere in the Ruby Road Exchange. Please follow me. Alright, let's go back to the Aetheryte. And I guess our closest one will be the Adventurers Guild. Alright. Looks like up here. You're the woman from earlier. I should have guessed you were the one who aided my daughter. I said what I said, not realizing you had come at her behest, but what's done is done. And now, allow me to properly introduce myself. Fortin Thorn, head of the Thorn family, at your service. No more secrets, father. Why did you hide the truth from me? I couldn't bring myself to tell you, even as the Fan and the dance hold fond memories of your mother. They are a painful reminder that she is gone. I couldn't bear to lose you as well, so please return to Fan and forget about the dance. Father, I understand full well why you feel this way. Were I in your position, I'd likely feel the same. But as much as I'm touched by your concern, I know about everything now. About Mother, about the Fan, and even the dance. Okay, so I guess she never really did perform it at a event. Claudia? Lady Alditha, that was extraordinary. Where in the world did you learn how to dance so beautifully? An old friend of mother's taught me. Despite all these years, she still remembered the entire dance down to the smallest flourish. Mother brought you great joy when she danced for you that day. On coming to understand this, I knew that I wanted you to experience that joy again. Alditha. Like I once apologized to your mother, I must apologize to you. It was wrong of me to hide the fan and the dance from you, and I hope to find it in your heart to forgive me. If it is your desire to carry on the tradition, then I will not stand in your way. Thank you, but you know, Father, it is Little Lay's Day. Rather than an apology, is there not a more appropriate gesture for the occasion? As you say, my princess, as you say. I, Thorn, head of the Thorn family, do hereby pledge to serve as your royal essential. Your every wish is my command. Except, perhaps when I judge that you are overexerting yourself. After all, your highness's well-being is my foremost priority. I shall bear that in mind. Without further ado, then, my first wish is to instruct festival staff in the Little Lay's dance, that we may share it with all who participate in the festival. If that is your wish, then it is mine as well. One day, all ladies are princesses, and everyone should by right inherit the dance passed down in our family. I have a gift for you, adventurer. As a token of my gratitude, it isn't much, but please accept these instructions for the dance along with a replica of my mother's fan. Now then, there's no time to waste. We must distribute these fans to as many people as possible and share with them the history of the dance. This will be a Little Lay's Day to remember. Oh, yes, it will. That was a cute one. I do like these seasonal events. And ballroom etiquette fanfare. Learn to emote Little Lady's dance. How many dances do we know now? We know dance, Little Lay's dance, step dance, harvest dance, ball dance, Manderville dance. Very cute. All right. Well, in that case, I do believe that there is the end of the seasonal event. All right. And on top of which, I think we probably will end things there. We have arrived at our destination, which was the dungeon. I'm debating whether or not I will play more Final Fantasy tomorrow night, or if we'll go into some Returnal instead, which I am actually pretty excited to play. Hopefully you guys would be excited to watch. But either ways, I'll definitely be online tomorrow at 7 p.m. CST. But until then, as always, guys, if you did enjoy the show and you aren't already, please consider hitting that follow button. Also, check out our XIV campaign. We're trying to help little kids at Sanford Children's Hospital here in Fargo, North Dakota. On that note, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow at 7 p.m. CST. Bye-bye!